Hey guys, today I am filming my Project 10 Pan Winter Edition update number 2. If you guys did not see the intro or my first update, I'll have my playlist linked up here. I'm really excited for this update because I have made some amazing progress over the past month. I actually finished off 6 products, which is incredible. But if you guys saw my last update, you know there were a couple products that only had a few more uses left, so I wasn't really surprised necessarily with the amount of things that I finished up, but I'm feeling super happy. So I am going to just go ahead and start by showing you the items that I've completed. The first thing is the MAC Prep and Prime Natural Radiance Primer in the shade Radiant Yellow. This is supposed to be a yellow tinted primer, but as soon as you blend it onto your skin, it's clear. This gives absolutely no tint to the skin. It does make me feel very moisturized, but like I'd rather just use a moisturizer and like a silicone primer, and I know that this is actually a pretty expensive primer in the full size. Did absolutely nothing for me, so I would not recommend this. And then last month I had added in 3 primer foil packet samples, and I actually was able to finish off all of them. And what I did was squeeze the product out of the foil into a sample jar to make it easy to work with, and so that none of the product would dry up in the packet. So I'm glad that that worked out pretty well. So the first one is the CoverFx Illuminating Primer, which I have tried in the past. This gives a very tiny amount of glow, and of course once you put foundation on you don't notice it anymore. This does feel pretty moisturizing, but I know this is incredibly expensive as well, and this is not something I would recommend or repurchase. And then we have the Becca First Light Priming Filter, which people have really been raving about. This did nothing. It gave no glow. It didn't give a lot of moisture. It didn't have that like silicone-y feel that makes products glide on easier. This did really nothing for my skin, so I was not impressed with that at all. And the other one I finished is the Becca Backlight Priming Filter, which I've also tried in the past. And this gives a lot more glow than the CoverFx, but it's not so much that it looks like a liquid highlight. And even though that this is a glowy primer, it isn't overly moisturizing, so I find that it actually works pretty well with my oily skin, and it absorbs really quickly. And if you have oily skin and you're looking for a glowy primer, I do think this one is nice. Now, I don't love it so much that I would buy it, but I'd be happy to get more deluxe size samples, but I would still just use them in the winter when my skin is a tiny bit more dry. But I did enjoy that one the most out of the 3, but I was happy that I was able to finish off all 3 of them. And then I decided for the last month of the project I wanted to add in something else, and this is a new item that I just got in my most recent Sephora Play box. This is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer, which is a primer and moisturizer in one. So because this does have those moisturizing claims, it is going to be best for me in the winter time. So I don't know if I can use this all in a month. We will see, but I'm going to do the best that I can. I figured that I might as well get a jump start on this while it's still winter. And even though it's not made for a skin type, I love trying face primers, and this one does intrigue me. So I'll be working on this for the next month. My next item that I finished is a Dermablend Translucent Loose Setting Powder, which I was using with a damp beauty sponge to set my under eye concealer. It did a really nice job for that. It made the under eyes look very smooth. It was not cakey or dry looking. So I did enjoy this. It was a very nice formula, super finely milled, but translucent loose powders are so basic, I would never buy one from a high-end brand unless it had some mattifying claims. So it's just cost too much for me. I would rather buy a drugstore translucent loose powder, but I do actually have another of these that I just got with some Ulta free gift with purchase. So I'm going to be saving that one because I love using translucent loose powders whenever I film a foundation first impression. So I'm going to be using that one whenever I need to throughout the year, but I am happy that I finished this. But as I said, it's not something that I would repurchase. My next item that I finished is the Benefit Goof Proof Eyebrow Pencil in the shade number 2. I'm sad that this is used up, but it almost lasted me about an entire year of pretty consistent use. I love the shape and size of this pencil. It's really easy to fill in my brows. Now I do use the NYX Micro Brow to draw in the tail, draw on the front, overline and underline, and then I'll fill in the center with this. I love this consistency because it isn't too creamy or too waxy. I will absolutely repurchase this. I love it. The next thing I finished was my bonus item, which was the Mercier Caviar stick in the shade Rose Gold. Now I did finish this in my fall project pan, but I decided to dig into the packaging and scoop out all of that product so it wouldn't go to waste. And then I put it in this jar in this project to use it up, and it actually lasted me a while. So I'm happy that I absolutely got my money's worth out of that. I love this formula. It is super smooth. It is very opaque. It glides onto the lids really nicely, and I love this color. So it is definitely something that I will repurchase in the future. The next item is something that I just hit my goal on, and that would be my ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in the shade LaLa. My goal was just to hit pan, which I've done. This is a beautiful rose gold with an ultra metallic finish. And after I hit pan on this, I was thinking about adding in the shade Weenie to hit pan on because it is a similar shade. But if you guys have seen my Makeup Use Up 2018 intro, which I'll have linked up here, there are a bunch of shadows in there that I would like to hit pan on, so I decided to pull in one of those that is a similar shade, and that would be the L'Oreal Infallible in the shade Amber Rush. This was also in my fall project pan, and I made some great progress there, but I would love to see if I can hit pan on this. And I have actually been working on this shadow for a couple weeks now, and I will insert the picture of what it looked like when I started using it this month. And here's where I am now. So the dip has gotten significantly deeper, and I would love, love, love it if I'd be able to hit pan on this by the finale. If not, that's okay, because I did meet my initial goal of hitting pan on LaLa, but I'd be so happy to hit pan on this one. I love the color and the formula so much, and I definitely think it's possible. And then I have one more item that I was able to use up, and this one actually surprised me. That would be my Buxom Full-On Lip Polish in the shade Dolly. So this line is from the intro. This is from my last update, and this is where I am now. So there's still a little bit of product down here, and I'm all the way down there where that mark is, and I tried to take the stopper out of here. I absolutely mutilated it, but I couldn't get it out all the way. I actually broke my tweezers and everything trying to get this out, so I am calling this done. So the reason that I was able to get through this much product in a month is because I was a lot more dedicated to reapplying it. So I had about a week-long training, and then I started back at school. So what I was doing was applying this 4 times a day. I applied it before I got to the training in school. I applied it after the morning break, after lunch, and after the afternoon break. So applying this 4 times a day is how I was able to get through it. And that is definitely a lot more than I would normally reapply, because I don't reapply lip products like ever. But I'm happy that I was able to use this up because this is a bit older in my collection. So since I was able to finish this, I decided I would add in another product from my Makeup Use Up. And this is the Buxom Full-On Lip Polish in the shade Sophia, which is a really beautiful pink. Dolly was more of a mauve, and this is just a really pretty pink. And I'm starting right here at this black line. I've used it for a couple of days so far, so I'm a little bit beneath it, but I'm just gonna say I'm where the mark is, and I would love it if I could finish half of this by the finale and then try to finish this off completely later on in the year. But I'm really happy that I'm starting out the year getting some good work on my lip products, because if you've seen my Makeup Use Up, there are a ton of things I want to get finished off. And then to show you the other items I have yet to hit my goal on, but I did make some good progress, we have the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in 15 Fair. You can see through the packaging a bit. I've been using this every single day as an under eye concealer. If I don't finish it by the finale, that's okay, because I can't use it any more than I have been, and I'm not going to go and apply it all over my face to waste it. That is not necessary for me. I will say that when I was applying it this morning, I had to dip in a couple more times than normal, so I think that means hopefully I am almost done with this. So I'm making pretty steady, consistent progress. Like I said, I won't be upset if it's not finished off. And then we have my Anastasia eyeshadows. So obviously I have not hit pan on any of these yet, which is really discouraging because I've been wearing these looks a lot. And I think I had just thought that I would hit pan a lot quicker because Anastasia shadows are so powdery, but unfortunately these shades are just taking a little more time, but I really want to hit pan by the finale. So here we have the shade Fresh from the Tomato palette. I had hit my goal on this at my last update, but then I decided my new goal would be to finish it completely. And I have just a little bit of product here in the corners. So I am going to be repressing this tonight so I can finish this up. I've been using this every single day to set my eye primer, which is why I've been going through it so quickly. So I'm really happy with this progress, and I feel pretty confident I can have it finished. And then from my Modern Renaissance palette, we have the shade Buon Fresco. I definitely have a dip in the shadow, and the first month I was using it, I was using more of a fluffy brush, which covered like the whole surface of the pan. But then this past month, I've been using a little bit more of a precise brush and trying to aim it in the center. So I hope I can hit pan by next month. And then we have my singles. So this is Anastasia Dusty Rose and ColourPop Going Steady. I want to hit pan on this one, and I just want to make progress on this. So you can see I have some slight dips in these shadows, but I really don't know if I'll be able to hit pan on these. So guys, that was my second update for my Project 10 Pan Winter Edition. If you guys are doing a project pan right now, please let me know in the comments. I would love to check out your video. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.